I'm from a place I can't quite describe to you, a place I can't understand. I'm from no man's land. Inside I feel I know, but other than that it's hard to comprehend. This is home. This is where I'm from. I am a nation, an empire. I am here and there. I am from my mother's land and my father's, my brothers and my sisters too. I am from where you are too.
I thought it was a nice piece with a modern, cool relationship. Loved that they used such expressive music and color, and appreciate how that carried the story. Expectation versus reality. Thought it was well written. I thought the interesting effects that made it more relatable, and really liked the connection between the characters, and thought it was just such a nice twist to engage an audience and to share a story that everyone could internalize, and they did a great job with this.
I really enjoyed the visuals in this one. I mean, there's just a lot of interesting things going on, a lot of bold choices. This is heavy, in-your-face style that's also, it can also kind of just recede into the background at times. There's just a lot of play here with it, and I think they do a lot of it really well.
It was a really great and strong and powerful voiceover. It just really brought me in and made me so invested and wanted to learn more. And we learned so much through the voiceover, so that also worked really well. I loved seeing their time together, just kind of living life at home. We got to hear about their struggles, but then we also got to see them kind of just existing with each other, and that worked really well. And I love how they had such a deep and powerful conversation about finding a place where they would feel like they belonged in the midst of all the oppressions that they face. When it comes to race and sexuality, they have to be more careful. They can't just, go anywhere. So I think that the conversation was real and deep, and I think the film did a great job showcasing that. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I loved that spoken word narration throughout. I found it was a very effective device because I felt like we were getting this glimpse into somebody's diary in a really unprecious exploration of it. It felt bold, it felt political, but also raw at the same time. The home videos also really added that intimate quality, and it felt like I was the third person in the relationship almost. Nothing was really hidden from me, which I appreciate. There was no fronts about it or cliches about it either. It really dispelled a lot of the myths, and it was powerful seeing the highs and the lows right from the inside. So I thought it was really neat.
It was lovely to watch, and I really enjoyed the brutally honest spoken word. This film burned through a lot of topics, which mainly focused on the perspective of a Black British queer and her life with her partner inside four walls. I agree that the world needs to catch up and not just be tolerant and not just be accepting, but be excited to share differences. That really needs to happen, however the label fits. And I also agree with the statement that trips outside should just, feel like at home too. You and your partner should be just as safe outside as behind closed doors. So I love the beat, the spoken word, the chemistry that the couple had when getting along, the honesty that this film showed when not getting along. I like that they kept it very candid, and I love the conversation on the living room floor. Her and Her is really interesting, and I myself enjoyed the whiplash effect as this couple explored their relationship in so many different mediums.
Passionate and loving interracial lesbian relationship. It also displays the importance of intersectional conversations. We see that this couple's ability to be communicative with one another is what allows them to thrive and sustain their love, their intimacy, their bond with each other. And we see communication also through the black female character and her ability to communicate to us as the audience, her honesty, her unbridled critique of the world, and how it can make things difficult, uncomfortable, simply unfair to queer people like themselves. So it really champions this idea of listening to one another more, hearing one another's stories, and not stifling each other simply because we may be different from what you consider to be, or another person considers to be, a conventional norm. It's a really powerful piece. It delves into so much. It delves into relationships, love, but also self-love, self-integrity, pride in one's race, in one's sexuality, in one's identity as an individual. And I think these are things that are incredibly important to advocate for, and to do so in such a unique way as this really displays that identity is what allows us to thrive in life.
I particularly liked, as well as the directing and the solid acting, the fact that they reach for 3 different types of genre. We have the alternative music video, there is the honest home movie, and there is the struggle to be honest dramatic interlude when they discuss how racism and racial tensions in London that are beyond homosexual anxieties come to interfere with their happiness and their lives, which are so indicative of heterosexual societies. And the overflowing trash can, there's boredom in the kitchen, but there's a bright light when she walks into it. I felt like that it really captured how mundane attitude is just sparked by the enjoyment of the appearance of a loved one. And I loved how they opened up to one another in bed, looking at each other, but not always looking at each other. They're on opposite sides of the bed in a beautiful in a beautiful shot, and thereby we're able to read both of their emotions, not just as they're projecting, but reacting. And therefore we got to see solid acting from both of them. There's just so much to say about it, and it felt like it could be a much longer picture.